What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to preview and predict this year's AFC East. Take a quick look back to last season and also look ahead to this year. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna win the division, come out second, third, and last place. Before I get into this video, man, for anyone, if you want to drop a dollar on the Cash App information is down in the description box. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, that information is down in the description box. If you're a subscriber to the channel, greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, like the video, and share it with your folks. AFC East, man. First looking at last year, the Buffalo Bills won the division. A typical Buffalo Bills season. Side real good regular season. The player in the playoff lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. That's debt taxes, and the Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season, lose them in the playoffs, man. But it was a surprisingly good year. After losing Stephon Diggs, you didn't quite know if they could get to another AFC championship right away. But nevertheless, they did, yo. And that's on the backs of Josh Allen once again, who ended up being the league's MVP. Great season by him. Guy is just ultra talented, man. He's so good, man. He's just ultra talented. A guy like James Cook stepped up last year as well, and was one of the better backs in the league. And they did enough offensively to put up a lot of points and to get this team to win another division title. Excuse me. Then once got in the playoffs, took apart, I thought, a really good up and coming Denver Broncos team that was really young, led by Bo Nix, and they came out on fire. You scored on them quick, and then they just took them completely apart. As Denver never scored again. Won a really classic game against the Baltimore Ravens. Probably shout out to Mark Andrews for that. But nevertheless, did it and lost a heartbreaker once again to Mahomes and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Then we looking at the Miami Dolphins, man. What a train wreck of a season. First off, shout out to them for Vic Fangio as an Eagles fan, the defensive coordinator who they said wasn't all that, and he turned out to be probably the best defensive mind in the game last year. Look, it was a train wreck last year, yo. Tua, when he's out there, is a good quarterback. He really is, but he's not always out there. And then the team, they don't beat good teams, especially away from Miami. That continued last season. They missed the playoffs, man. I thought they were doing Devin A. Chain. I thought it was a good solid back. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, when healthy, is one of the better, if not the best receiver in the league. Definitely in that conversation. But defensively, they had good moments at times, but they quarterback can't stay upright, man. And when he got injured against the Buffalo Bills on a Thursday night, to me, their season went down the toilet after that. Obviously, he came back, but they just were never that same team. And then he went out the lineup again, you know. Then looking at the New York Jets, the Aaron Rodgers show, New York Jets, that was a disaster. And look, I told people when Aaron Rodgers signed that I don't really see, this being a big deal like people was thinking it would be. And obviously it wasn't, man. It continued to be an organization that just does things the wrong way, and they did it again. They basically let a player run their whole organization. Which led to the firing of Robert Saleh, who I thought was probably not the greatest head coach, but definitely a great defensive mind, I feel like. But it was just another disastrous season for the New York Jets as the Aaron Rodgers experiment absolutely failed. It's funny, similar to how the Brett Favre's, whole thing went with them as well. Though they had much more success with Brett, nearly made the playoffs with Brett, but yeah, the Aaron Rodgers experience was a disaster for the New York Jets. And then looking at the New England Patriots, obviously it was a rebuilding year for them. Rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, who got canned after 1 year. Jared Mayo, who I'll be honest, I thought got a raw deal in this situation. Now, is he probably head coach material right now? Probably not. Is Mike Vrabel a much better head coach at this moment? Yes, but my thing is, why not just hire Vrabel last year? You know what I'm saying? Jared Mayo, I thought got a real raw deal, but they got some positive things. Drake May, I think is decent. We gonna find out how good he really is this season, but I think he's okay. The physical ability and the traits and all that are there. Um, shout out to Keisha Butte, New Iberia, Louisiana native. Actually was one of their better receivers last year. And Christian Gonzalez is a really good up and coming young, exciting corner they have on that side of the ball. Now looking at this season, first off, looking at the Buffalo Bills. Um, Look, man, you know who they remind me of, yo? The Buffalo Bills remind me of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the first go round with LeBron James. Not when he went back when they had Kyrie and Kevin Love, but they remind me of the Cleveland Cavaliers the first time around. Josh Allen is LeBron-esque on Cleveland. He really, like, if you take Josh Allen off of this football team is not a good team. I don't think the head coach is all that, and I just don't think they got a lot of good personnel like that. Look, shout out to Keon Coleman, man, Opelousas, Louisiana, stand up. But like, he had a disappointing rookie year. Um, Mac Hollins was one of their better receivers. He's gone. Shakir, he's okay. He's little, but he's okay. I mean, James Cook is good. The O line is okay. And then defensively, okay, you bring in Joey Bosa. You would think he would give you more production than, say, a Von Miller did. But like, who else do they really have that you got to sit up here and be like, oh my gosh, do Buffalo got so much personnel? I think that just alludes to the greatness of a Josh Allen. I think he's carrying this organization similar to what LeBron did in Cleveland the first go round. And it's going to look good regular season and all that until you run into a team in the playoffs that got a little more than you. And that's what's been happening to the Buffalo Bills. But hey, they still got Josh Allen, so they still got a shot. Then looking at the Miami Dolphins, man, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's the beginning of the end for Mike McDaniel. I think it's a train wreck. They gave him, I do like them picking up Minka Fitzpatrick. Though it didn't end good the first time he was there, I think he gonna have some similar feelings this time around. Tua can't stay healthy. Tyreek is all over the place. He want to play for him. He don't want to play for him. And Jay, like I said, Jalen Ram, they don't have no corners like that. Jalen Ramsey is gone. They got Darren Waller out of retirement, and I don't know if a guy who's had certain issues in his past that just coming out of retirement. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Miami is the best place for him. Not trying to be funny or nothing, but I'm just being serious. Like, I don't know if that's the best place for him, man. I think it's the beginning of the end for the Dolphins, man. For Mike McDaniel's version of the Dolphins. Um, Looking at the New York Jets, the Aaron Rodgers show is over. Aaron Glenn is cleaning house, and I think this is more so of a culture season for the New York Jets. I don't think they're gonna be great, but I think they're gonna show some improvement. Justin Fields is, he's up and down. I think Eric Glenn is got the potential to be a really good head coach. I like the move there. Um, Gary Wilson, obviously, Brees Hall. They got some talent, man. They got some talent on that team, yo. They really do. But I just think it's gonna be more of a transitional year. For the New York Jets, man. This is the year for them trying to build culture. And then looking at the New England Patriots, they could be the flavor of the AFC, like as far as one of these surprise teams that's gonna come out of nowhere. Though I do think they gave Gerard Mayo a raw deal. Mike Vrabel is a really good head coach, though I must admit, not like they hired, some chopped liver. You know what I'm saying? And they brought in a lot of pieces. Stephon Diggs, whenever he whenever he is healthy, fully healthy from that ACL, which I think he may be, he could come out there and produce. Mac Hollins, they got him away from Buffalo. He's a solid receiver. You still got my guy Keyshawn Boutte there. We're gonna see how he factors in the offense. Austin Hooper is a good young tight end. I like the draft that they had, and defensively, they got my guy. Shout out to Milton Williams, man. Got the bag in New England, but he's a good young, up and coming interior defensive lineman. You got Gonzalez on one side, I think is one of the better young corners in the league. This New England team, I think, will be a lot better this season. Well, as far as my predictions, man, I'm gonna go with Josh Allen slash LeBron James on Cleveland the first time around to win the AFC East once again. Look, Josh Allen is just that good, and as long as he's over there, I think they're gonna keep winning that division. As long as he's over there and upright, they're gonna keep winning that division. I'm gonna go to Buffalo Bills, gonna win the AFC East again. I'm going to New England Patriots second. I like the moves the New England Patriots have made. I think they're gonna come out second, man. I think they got a chance to be a wild card team, so I think they're gonna be a surprising team in the AFC. I got the New England Patriots second. I'm gonna go to New York Jets third, man. I like Aaron Glenn. I like the Aaron Glenn hire. Justin Fields, I think is okay, but I think they're gonna play really, really good defense over there. And I'm gonna go to New York Jets third, man. I'm going to Miami Dolphins last in this division, man. I think Mike McDaniel's gonna end up getting fired. Look, I know if Tua healthy, they got so much firepower offensively. With Tyreek and Waddle and A Chain out the backfield and all that, man. But I don't know if I could depend on them banking in on a tight end that was retired, a defense that has no identity, that ran a great coordinator out of town, traded away their best player. I don't know who their corners are. Like, I'm gonna go to Dolphins last, man. I think it's gonna be a real disappointing season for them. So I'm going to Buffalo Bills to win the AFC East, the New England Patriots second, the New York Jets third, and the Miami Dolphins last place. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly Eagles, fly.